Okay, so the first thing we want to do is download this uh, package, this software called R, and let's download this version. There's newer versions, but it seems like what I want to do doesn't work very well with the newer versions. So let's download this version. So you can either do it for Mac or for Windows. I'll do it for Windows, but either way. So go to here, and don't forget the R there. And then you get to this, and you just download it. And then you just open it. And you have to do this obviously differently on a Mac. And then just click OK and just keep hitting next, 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 and OK. And you will install this R program. So just complete that. And when it's done, then go to something called RStudio and download that. Go to here. And there are different versions. So here's the one we want. It's desktop free. And then you can choose Mac or Windows or whatever. And click here and download that. And then when that's ready, open that one. And so mine is running. But anyway, just install it with, just keep hitting next, 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 and finish installing it. And then once it's installed, you start up RStudio. You open it up. And so yours might look a little different than mine. So to make it look more like mine, or if you want to, anyway, you can go to Global Options and go to Appearance, and you can choose the different, you can change this to that or that or that. So change it to something that you want, and then you can change the font size and font and so on. And then go to Pane Layout, and here choose this one. If you want it to look like mine, choose Console, and then this one is Source, and then this one as Environment, History, and so on. And you can select these, and this one has Fields, Plots, and so on. And then you can select these, and I click Apply and OK. And then it should look basically like mine. Now mine has all this stuff in here, but I'll just go to a new one so it looks like maybe what you have. So there's a blank one. So okay, once you get that done, then you want to go to Tools and install a package called Swirl. So you go here and you type in Swirl, S-W-I-R-L, like that. And you find it there, you click on it, and you click Install, and make sure this says Install Dependencies. I'm not going to do it because I already have it, but you just click Install, and it should work. So once you've done that, once it's finished installing, it'll go through some steps, downloading some packages. And then you go here and you type Library and Swirl, like that. And you get something like this. And then it says, hi, type this when you're ready to begin. So let's try that, S-W-I-R-L, and open bracket and close bracket. And so then it says, welcome to this package. This is a tutorial for learning how to program in R. So what should I call you? So give it a name, give yourself a name. And then choose the course. Is that really what comes up next? Yeah, I think so. So type in 1. You might get some other kinds of instructions, actually, that mine didn't give me because I already did it. But it just sort of tells you that when you see the ... it means you can respond by typing, by hitting Enter. And I think it also might talk about, I forget. Anyway, just read what it says and go on. And finally, you should get to here. So you choose a course, and so we want course 1, the R programming. So let's try it. Okay. So mine, I think you might get slightly different because this isn't the first time I've done it. And I think it definitely gave me some instructions the first time I did it. But you just read those and then you continue. And anyway, so finally you get to here and choose a lesson. So lesson number 1. So selection, hit 1. Okay. And it says in this lesson we'll explore some basic building blocks of the R programming language. So whenever you see these triple dots, you hit enter. And you can also do this, I think. You can type in info to get those instructions, I think. Info, maybe, is it info with open brackets, maybe? No. How about info, just info? No? Oh well, anyway. So forget about that. Then just, in its simplest form, R can be used as an interactive calculator. Type 5 plus 7 and enter. So 5 plus 7 I type, and it gives me 12. Keep working like that and you'll get there. R simply prints the results of 12 by default. However, R is a programming language. Often the reason we use programming languages opposed to calculators to automate some process. So when you see these triple dots, you hit enter. In this case, you may want to use our result from above in a second calculation. Instead of retyping our 5 plus 7, we can create a new variable that stores the result. So hit enter again. By the way you assign a value to a variable in R is just by using the assignment operator, which looks like a less than symbol followed by a minus sign. It looks like this. So, okay. So, think of the assignment operator as an arrow. You are assigning the value on the right side of the arrow to the variable name on the left side. Let's see what they're talking about. So this is what they mean. So we can take 5 plus 7 and assign it to X. So let's try that, X, and then you have to find this key and this key, and then you type 5 plus 7, and now the result of 5 plus 7 will be stored, and you can put a space here, by the way, here and here if you want. So the 5 plus 7, which is 12, will be stored in X. So you got it right. You'll notice that R did not print the result of 12 this time. When you use the assignment operator, R assumes that you don't want to see the result immediately, but rather that you intend to use the result for something else later on. Okay, so hit OK. Okay, to view the contents, type X. So hit X, and now we can see that X has 12. Now store the result of X minus 3 in a new variable called Y. Okay, so try Y, and then the arrow, and then X minus 3. So X, remember, is 12. So Y is going to be 12 minus 3, which is 9. Okay, so what is the value of Y? Like that. Okay, so now if you want to quit, I think if you want to stop, you can hit, I think, quit. Let's see if that works. No. Let's try, how do we end this? They gave us some instructions. Okay, let's try quit like that and hit. Okay, save the workspace. So I think if you want to save your, let's see, type Y. Okay. So I'm not sure, that's not really what I wanted, but let's see what happens. If I go back to RStudio and start up Swirl again, I wonder if it will remember my progress. There's some commands that will allow it to remember your progress. Let's try that. Try it. So again, you have to do library and swirl. Hit enter, and then type swirl and open bracket, close bracket. Oh, it didn't remember. How do I get it to remember? Bill 1. Oh, would you like to continue? Okay, so maybe it did remember. Okay, so yeah, it allowed me to continue. So So now it continues to explain, and you can continue to go through this tutorial. I don't know how to go back and see the whole. There's some way to look at to go back and see the list of all the lessons. But anyway, just continue through this. And I'd like you to complete lesson 1. So remember, we chose a lesson 1 to start with, and I'd like you to finish lesson 1. By the way, over here we created those variables called x and y, and you can see that they are shown over here. And you can see the value of x was 12 and the value of y was 9. So I'd like you to go through this tutorial, chapter or lesson 1 they call it, and complete it by our next class.